Reading Like a Historian by Sam Wineburg, Daisy Martin, and Chauncey Montosano. So to give an overview of this book, it begins with an introduction that focuses on teaching skills in history classrooms. Then it provides some lesson plans, such as one on Pocahontas and John Smith, the Battle of Lexington, Abraham Lincoln, Christopher Columbus, Thomas Edison and his role with technology, the Dust Bowl, Rosa Parks, and the Cuban Missile Crisis. So a lot of times people don't associate very positive words with history. They think of history classrooms as repetitive, memorizing facts only, and being very boring. There's this very famous SNL clip in which Jerry Seinfeld is the teacher, and he's basically feeding the students the answers, and as soon as they start to parrot back what he wants, then he says, "Now you're thinking history," which is just kind of a joke. That's not what history is. So obviously this video is a bit exaggerated, but it shows us, when we look at Bloom's taxonomy, that the majority of history classrooms, such as this SNL one, rely on lower levels of thinking, such as remembering facts, as we see Jerry Seinfeld asking students to recall specifics. In reality, in history classrooms, we want to move up higher through creating, evaluating, analyzing. We want these higher levels of thinking. And one way that this book tells us to do that is through close reading skills. And so that includes things like sourcing, trying to read primary source documents and know where it came from, what its purpose is. That includes things like contextualization, asking when and where the document was created and trying to place it in context. That also includes things like corroboration, which is using a document and comparing it to other documents to see what is most reliable, what really happened. It's kind of like a cross check. And so what this book does is it goes through all these different events in history, and it uses primary source documents to encourage students to analyze them and to decide what really happened in history. So for example, there's a lesson on Rosa Parks, and the central question is whether or not Rosa Parks was acting in a planned, calculated move for fighting against segregation, or whether it was just she was fed up one day and her refusing to move off the bus to the back was just a split instance that she hadn't planned and calculated. And so then it goes through and it also kind of questions whether she really had to move to the back of the bus, whether she was at the front and she just had to move to the middle, and what that meant when it said that she was asked to give up her seat in the front. And so basically it provides all these tools, it provides images, it provides charts and activities for students to go through and to figure out and decide on their own what really happened the day Rosa Parks was arrested for not giving up her seat. So in conclusion, I highly recommend that any history teacher or lover of history read this book. Thanks for watching.